Is Pep Guardiola era or dominance coming to an end in the Premier League? Let's discuss. What's up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Ahmed. So last season, Manchester City didn't compete at all in any competition. They only got to the FA Cup final and they lost to Crystal Palace. In the Champions League, they got knocked out. In the Premier League, they finished third, but it was a struggle. Like they were dropping points in places you don't expect Man City to drop points. Now, most football fans, pundits, everyone said, oh, aging squad, some players didn't have the legs anymore, and also injuries. In the January transfer market, Man City did some business. They brought in some players, and we can say Mamouche has been that guy that we can see, oh, you can say he has settled into the Premier League, and he has hit the ground running. The rest are still trying to settle in and also understand the league. In the at the end of last season, in the early stage of the summer transfer market, that's within that the period where the FIFA Club World Cup competition was going on. Before the FIFA Club World Cup, rather, Manchester City also did some business. They brought in Cheki, Aït-Nouri, and Tijani, and everyone was like, wow, very good, because they did that business quick and on time, and to get the players ready for the FIFA Club World Cup. And even Pep Guardiola said he was taking this competition very serious. The FIFA Club World Cup was like starting the season for them, basically. And they had to put like the 2024-2025 season behind them. They know they didn't do well. They didn't compete. They didn't challenge. Even at the FIFA Club World Cup, they got through from the group stage. I think they got knocked out in the, if I'm not mistaken, that the round of 16 or the quarterfinals, but I know they got knocked out by Inzaghi's team, and of course that was the celebration that went viral for that team. But they didn't go far in the FIFA Club World Cup. But we got to see a little bit of Cheki, Tijani, and Aït-Nouri. And after the FIFA Club World Cup, the Premier League season started, the 2025 Premier League season started, and Manchester City played their first game, which was Wolves. They won 4-0. Of course, everyone is like, Man City are back. Man City are going to destroy the league, because they started very well. Now, they face Tottenham, which everyone knows. Tottenham is a boogie team for Pep Guardiola. They lost to Tottenham, and you'll be expecting, oh, after the Tottenham loss, you can't expect Pep Guardiola to lose back to back. It's very, even, I don't think it happened last season. I don't think it happened last, I could be wrong. Even when they lose a game, maybe the next game they draw, but losing back to back, I don't think so. They played Brighton, they went away to Brighton, and they lost to Brighton. And now it just feels like Pep Guardiola's era of dominance is coming to an end. But if I'm to say, I think for me, this season will actually give us an idea if Pep Guardiola's era of dominance is coming to an end in the Premier League. He has some players, he has brought in some players. Those players need to settle in. They need to know the system. They need to know how he wants to play. Also this season is a season where if he can take Man City to be back challenging and competing at the highest level, especially most especially when that rivalry was there between him and Klopp, the way Klopp will push him till the end of the season, like they were both pushing each other. If he can get that, if he can get Man City back to that kind of level, then I guess some will say his era is maybe it's actually not over. If he can do that and also bring a major trophy, and for Pep Guardiola, it's either the Premier League or the Champions League. It has to be any of those two. If we can actually get Man City back to that level, whereby they are challenging and they push whoever is maybe trying to win the league till the last day of the season, and they bring in one major trophy, maybe the I don't want to call it the FA Cup, because based on Pep Guardiola's standard, the FA Cup is not what you used to say he had a fantastic season. Based on Pep Guardiola's standard, you just say he had a decent season. It's either the Champions League or the Premier League for Pep Guardiola. So I think this season will give us an idea if Pep Guardiola era of dominance is coming to an end, because teams are actually getting stronger, and it feels like teams now know the Pep system. They now know how to play against him. It just feels like football is moving away from that possession and control style of football to more direct style of play. So even teams now, Man City don't look scary anymore. That's the truth. Like, you look Man City right now, Pep Guardiola's team doesn't look scary anymore. And they've had to let some players go. The likes of Kevin De Bruyne, Gundogan, Ederson, and all these players are guys with winning mentality. Kyle Walker as well. So it's a new team for him. And this set of players, even the Pep Guardiola's, it doesn't look scary. It doesn't look scary. Teams are actually strengthening. Liverpool are doing so well, like in terms of like bringing in players. Arsenal also are doing so well. We can't even talk about Chelsea. Chelsea are doing excellently well. Even Manchester United are strengthening their squad. You can see Newcastle United, Everton, Aston Villa. All these teams are doing, like, everyone is strengthening their squad and they're all doing well. So even those other little teams are doing well. And right now it will be difficult to even say if you come up against them, you'll find it easy to beat them. But this season there's actual pressure on Pep Guardiola, not to prove anything of, I think the pressure is more about taking Man City back to competing at the highest level, because for Man City, Pep Guardiola's dominance used to be he can play 10 games and it will be all wins. Sometimes out of that 10, it could be a draw, like they've just 9 wins and 1 draw. And now we're seeing a situation whereby it's like nothing is like that. Things just happening to Pep Guardiola that you're like, what's going on, basically. But again, this season will give us an idea, because if Man City are not able to challenge, if Man City finish 3rd or 4th, which is very, very possible, because other teams are actually very, very solid. Other managers are also, these new managers are also very, very solid as well. Slot, Arteta, these guys are not joking. So this season will give us an idea. If Man City finishes 3rd or 4th, I think everyone will start saying Pep Guardiola era of dominance is coming to an end. But if Pep Guardiola can actually take Man City back to that level of challenging, pushing whoever is at the top, pushing them to the last day, and maybe he brings in the Champions League, then that conversation won't be there. Everyone will be like, okay, Man City will definitely get back to their best. But for now, with the way things are going on, it looks like it just gives that feeling of, Pep Guardiola era is coming to an end, especially what happened last season. Yes, I know last season the injuries and also the aging squad was a factor, but if that kind of form continues into this kind of season, then I think people will start saying his dominance and era is actually coming to an end. For me, I think it's too early to say. For now, it's too early to say. This season is what will let us know, it will give us an idea, because the club has backed him. Yes, I know those players actually need time to settle, to get used to the league, to the system. He has brought in Donnarumma, he has Tijani, he has brought in Cheki, Ednuri. Like, Man City have a good squad. If he can actually get them back to playing the way he wants, where he was dominating, and get them back to competing at the highest level, and he brings in, I would say, I don't know if maybe getting to a Champions League final might even save him. Or I don't know what to say. But if they are able to challenge, compete at the highest level, push the team to the last day, and they bring in maybe the Champions League, like I said, I don't want to say the FA Cup, just based on how Pep Guardiola's standard is. The FA Cup would just be like, he had a decent season. That's for Pep Guardiola. But this season will actually give us an idea of if the dominance of Pep Guardiola in the Premier League is coming to an end. Let me know what you guys think, and I will see you guys in my next video. Thank you very much.